everybody. If anybody's here, hey, Eve. Hello, Annabelle. I know I'm here a little bit early. Ooh, I'm keeping myself up. Maybe I should go live at 8 instead of 9. 9 is kind of a lull for me. Or early. I don't know. So I don't know if my co-hosts are going to be showing up tonight or not. Everybody's been sick, it seems. I heard Justin was sick and got sick on his way to Tennessee. Some people have headaches, the stomach things going around, the flu. Hope you guys are all healthy. I have a little problem with balance lately, and I've actually fallen backwards twice, so my whole back is bruised. Hey, Rix. Glad to see you. Hey, Michelle. I know. I need to go live more often, don't you think? I'm going to try. I'm also going to try to figure out how to share screen, how to share videos, and yeah, I got some stuff planned. I always got big plans. I just got to figure out how to integrate StreamYard and YouTube. Then we'll be ready to go. Hey, Bob. Good to see you. Let's see if remain calm and curse show tonight. Bob always pops in and shows his support. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone. I really do. You guys are awesome. I always have a great chat. Everybody knows the rules here. All opinions welcome. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with anybody on my panel. Just show your respect. No foul language, please. My mods know I hate to block or time anybody out. Quick Fic, hey. Sola Nance, good to see you. Look at people I haven't seen in a while. Okay, what we're doing here is Remain Calm said she wanted to go over Candace, Theresa, formerly of Unmasked, who now has the channel CriminaliTy. She interviewed Candace at the very beginning of the Summer Wells case. And Remain Calm said she would like to go over that live. Well, it wasn't a live exactly. It wasn't a video. It was a series of written questions and answers. Hey, that girl. Hey, Katerina. Hey, Randy answered. Hey, Tennessee Truth. It's good to see you, little dove. Anastasia. Yes. I know you love it when I say the F word, but only when I get really hot about something do I. You know, because I was a truck driver for 42 years, so I do know all those words. Although there's a couple YouTubers that have taught me a few new ones. I don't know what the deal is with that, but still, Remain Calm wanted to hear this, and so I'm going to read through these, and then we can discuss them. It's actually going to be pretty short because there wasn't a lot to it. And now I just lost it. Just a minute till I find it again. Discuss amongst yourselves. Let's see. Where did that go? Hey, Deborah Ann. Trucker's mouth, yeah. Yeah. I was talking with a friend of mine in a dock while we were unloading, and yeah, mouthing off. And then come to find out there was another truck driver standing around the corner waiting to unload. And I was so embarrassed. I thought, oh my God, he's going to call in a complaint on me and I'll get in trouble. I said, sorry about the trucker language. You don't know if, he looked like somebody's grandfather. She thought it was hilarious. She said, better you than me. Okay, just a second. I don't know why this just zoned out, but here we go. Find it again. You can't come over here and watch me without a few hiccups. So I'm so technologically challenged. Back when I got my, where's Faded Jeans? How come I don't see Faded Jeans? Hi, Faded Jeans. Back when I got my degree in data processing, we used punch cards. So there you go. I did teach computers for the county here for a while, but that's also been a long time ago. So a boo-boo on my typing finger. I know Eve is always up to on top of things. That's why I recommend her as a mod to everybody. She's so good at that. God, you guys, I'm so sorry. I had this already, and then I just... Okay, here's the interview with Mary. Another one with Mary. Another one with Mary. Where the hell's the one with, Candace? Remember DOS? Oh, yeah, do I? Actually, remember before DOS. I remember when, computers first came out. You had to program everything. Nothing came up. And I remember the first printer came out. Was in black and white. Computer was in black and white. Oh, before DOS, it was, I don't know. Hey, wee Scottish Ma, glad to see you. Okay, you guys are distracting me. Why the hell can't I find this? I am so sorry. Okay, where's the search thing? Here. Dot matrix. Where are my co-hosts? Hi, Sandy Gant. PC Junior. What was the name of that first computer? My dad had one. Oh, I have floppy disks. Yeah. I have some, one with a pretty technical program for one of my classes that's still on there. I don't have a computer that will read floppy disks, but all right, this isn't going like I planned, but then it never does it? What the heck? Okay, here we go. Cursed. I bet your remain calm's not going to show up. Okay. View media files link, searching conversation. Here we go. Oh, for crying out loud. Hey, Cursed. Come on up, please. And talk, because I'm having a slight problem. Even if you don't want to come up and cover this while I find this. God darn it. I had it all set to go. Please? Please, Kirst? Oh, here it is. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go over this, and then Kirst had a good observation, which she always does. Oh yeah, link, that would help, wouldn't it? Okay, just a minute. Oh, that's a long story. She did change her name because she was in a chat or on a panel, and someone said she was rude as fuck. So there, Anastasia, I said it. So she changed her name because we all thought that was hilarious. Anybody remember Pong? Okay, just a minute. I gotta go. And then I gotta figure out. I know. Post a comment. Okay, there you go. I know, Anastasia. Go ahead and clip that. Yeah, you guys had to make me say that, didn't you? I had a drink of my beer here. Well, every time I see that, I think it's hilarious. Grab that link and get up here so we can get rolling. Okay. Welcome.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm going to mute for a minute. I'm not ready, but I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The gang's all here. Sega Genesis. What was the name of that first computer? It was kind of almost a make your own kind of thing. I know it was big. Well, they were all big. Okay, so Kirst will be right back with us. So let's get going. Okay, this is Theresa. Atari, thank you. Hello, Care. I bet you it is. Atari, thank you. You knew that was going to bother me. That's exactly it. Okay, this is Theresa interviewing Candace. Oh, Kim. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know. Fortran, COBOL, and I also took RPG Disc, but I don't remember anything from that class, actually. I probably could do Fortran and COBOL. I still have my templates and my and some punch cards. Hey, happy birthday. That doesn't happen very often, does it? Congratulations. How old are you in leap years? Or maybe you don't want to say, because then we could just times that by 4, right? And we'd know. Excuse me. Okay, so let's get going. This is 17. Okay. I won't embarrass you. Everybody's wishing you happy birthday and sending you cake. Okay. So here's Theresa. She was with Unmasked at the time. And they did a series of interviews. I do have those, and we have gone over those. I've read the transcripts because those are privated and copyrighted. But this was a series of questions and answers. It was not an on-camera interview. So Theresa has a channel, CriminaliTy. Eve, if you could drop Theresa's channel, that would be great. And she was interviewing Candace Wells / Bly. Okay, question. Would you be willing to come on and make a statement regarding Summer? No, RC has not shown up. I know she had a headache the other day. I don't know where she is. Maybe it's a little late for her. Answer, I can't call on the phone. I only have Facebook text, and sometimes that doesn't work right. Question, how are the boys? Answer, my boys are very happy, but hurt as well. They are scared of people now, and I have to keep them safe. This is not a very long interview. Question, would you like to clear up any rumors going around? We can make a statement on your behalf. Hi, Constance Sue. What? What? She did? Seriously? Oh my God, no. Curse, did you hear anything about that?
What? I just came on and I'm looking.
That RC had a heart attack?
No. Is she okay?
I don't know. Constance Sue just said that in chat.
No. Does anyone have her number?
She said someone said it in Discord. Oh my God, that's horrible. Hello, Bellanova. Okay, let's put prayer hands in chat for remain calm. Oh my God, that's horrible. I know she had a terrible headache. Oh my goodness. She's okay in the hospital, I think.
Okay.
Um,
I'm trying to, if I turn another device on with YouTube so I can see chat, it'll mess up my connection, right?
It will, but you're kind of echoey right now. Hi, Wild Irish Rose. All right, we're going to continue while she tries to hi, that girl. They said she had a heart attack. Oh, flies, is that it? Oh my goodness. Thanks for letting us know, Constance Sue. That's horrible. I hadn't heard from her in a couple days. I know she said she had a terrible headache and couldn't come up 2 nights ago, which is why I postponed. Oh my goodness. Hey, Cheddar Bobby. Yes, thank you. Perhance for hi, exploited innocence. Oh my God, this is horrible. Oh my God. Hopefully
throws you off a little bit.
Hey, Laura Jean. Yes. I don't know what to say. It's kind of a shock here.
They're saying she's okay though, right?
Yeah, she said she's okay and in the hospital.
Okay.
Okay, just give me a minute to compose myself.
Yeah.
She was getting a back injection. Oh. Oh, I've had a lot of those. Oh, I remember she did say that. Yes. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Alpha? Alpha, maybe? Welcome. Okay. Let's continue and we'll see if anybody has more news. Maybe Flies will make it in. Okay, where was I? Okay. Would you like to clear up any rumors going around, or we can make a statement on your behalf? Answer. For one, my children were never sad. They were always happy. They never went without clothes or power, always had running water. They love to have fun, and they are my pride and joy. and my family. We have so much love for each other that we try to give to others that don't have it. No, we're not rich in money and all that, but we are a loving family and try to treat others like we would like to be treated. I know my baby girl never left here on her own at all. My kids don't ever wander nowhere. I was blessed with these 4 babies. Never have they been sick except when my oldest had appendicitis, but that was the Holston Valley fault. I don't think that I don't think that appendicitis is a hospital's fault, but anyway. We'll continue on. I don't know. Ablation? Yeah, she said back injection. I think for pain. But that shouldn't cause a heart attack. Okay, what about the rumors with Hunter, of course? Hunter was a friend of mine's brother. She's talking about Allie, who I was trying to help because I wouldn't lie for her to a 12-year-old. She got mad at me and started talking crazy crap about me. He is only 15. I knew him since he was 11 years old. Question, did you purchase or give alcohol to Hunter? There's no answer there. Question, did Summer go underwater for a minute and Hunter saved her? Okay, so apparently she's answering the alcohol. She said lies. No way. Question, so giving H alcohol was a lie? Yes, a lie. Summer went under for a minute and Hunter saved her and then she slept the whole ride home? That was the question. No, she didn't go underwater at all and she didn't go to sleep until after we dropped him off at home. Remember, this is right at the very beginning. Question, is Hunter back with his dad? Answer, I don't know. Bringing Summer home is the most important thing in my life right now. My boys are too. I won't even let them outside now. Summer was my tail. She didn't go nowhere. I believe someone took her out of my yard. She was scared of the woods because we have always told them about the bears and snakes in the woods. She always stayed by the house. I just wanted my baby girl back so we can be a happy little family again. I'm not seeing any comments. Are you guys commenting? Okay. Question, can you clear up the rumors about Chris? Okay, she's talking about Chris. Why can't I think? Oh, I'm sorry. You know who. Oh, just a minute. Just a minute. There you go. Hi, Sandy says. What the hell can I think of Chris's name? Somebody let me know because my brain is fried tonight. I've been eating jelly beans, probably too much sugar. Listening while doing dishes. Okay, Chris. You know, the one that lives in Wisconsin. That's my cuz. He had not been here since Summer was 5 months old. Now that's true. He had not been. Although Connie. Yes, Marcos. Thank you, Anastasia. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Okay, so Connie, his wife, had come when Candace had Summer because she had her by cesarean and Connie came to help with the boys. But Chris had not been there. Okay, so question. He is not your mom's boyfriend? Oh my God. Hi, Stay Tiger. Hi, Cindy says. No, he's not my mom's boyfriend. That is her nephew. It's her brother's son, and it was my Uncle Buck's kid. Question. People have stated he is a sex offender and he was living there and possibly took Summer. Answer. Hi, Stay Tiger. He got in trouble when he was 15. The girl lied and said she was the same age, but come to find out she was only 12. So yeah, people have twisted shit. Okay, so that's not true. And that's not the only incident he's had. He's a pretty sick, violent predator. That's all I can say. I mean, really bad, really bad. Okay, so Summer being found is the most important thing right now. Question, how is your mom doing? Answer, she's doing. Has your mom left the state? My mother has not left. She's still here. And that's one thing people keep saying is that, oh, I didn't put curse back. People keep saying Candy left right after Summer went missing. That's not true. She was there till the boys were taken. Let's see. Are you okay, Chris? Say something.
Something.
Okay. Question. Why didn't the boys go swimming that day? Answer. My boys like to stay home and play video games. Question. Did you get mad at Summer for pulling flowers and send her into the house? Answer. I never sent her away. I was not mad at her for anything. I don't know where that would come from. Pulling flowers? Question. Did you have a beef with anyone that you think could have taken Summer? No, I didn't have no beef with anyone except a 15-year-old girl that I wouldn't lie for. She was upset. She had her 15-year-old girlfriend with her, but 12-year-old girlfriend with her, but she was 15, and I told the truth about it all. Okay, that was when she came over with their girlfriend, and Don wouldn't let him in the house and made him sleep in the truck. Question.
She's talking about True there.
Yeah. I don't want to say her name, though.
Sorry. I think
No, that's all right. You're kind of tinny. Does anybody else hear that, or is it just me?
Yeah, I don't know why it does that every once in a while when I join panel. It doesn't sound good at all.
I wonder what that is. Okay. Okay. Question. Could someone enter your property and you wouldn't be able to see them when you planted flowers? A, yes, that's possible. It's a coal sack? What does that mean? But she was with me and my mom planting flowers. Question. How close are you to the road? Answer, not too far. It's just up the hill and she would never wander off. I don't think she would wander off, but that's just my opinion. What do you think, Kirst?
I was going to ask you the same thing. What's your outlook on wandering off? What is that to you?
I don't think she'd wander down to the road. Do we have any evidence that she must have because the dogs tracked her down there, right?
I've heard several neighbors say that she was on the bike with the boys.
On the bike. Yeah. I've got pictures of her on the bike with the boys.
Yeah, but that was on the property.
Yeah, that doesn't mean she wandered off. Okay, how long from the time Summer went into the house till the time you noticed she was gone? Would she follow the dog? Sandy said. I don't think so. I think the dogs probably pretty much stayed around the house, although they did have that dog track, right? I wonder if she means cul-de-sac. I don't know. Okay, how long from the time Summer went in until the time you noticed she was gone? Yeah, Jose did say that, but Jose said a lot of things that weren't true, so I don't know if we can necessarily believe him. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I've heard Jose was coached on that interview, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yes. Don said the dogs were not home that day. How would Don know, though, because Don wasn't there? And how do we know that the dogs didn't bark? How do we know any of this stuff, actually, for a fact?
I'd say he'd have to get that from Candace if he's saying
Exactly.
that as a fact.
Anything Don says is what he got from Candace, right?
Right.
2 minutes.
Because I'm sure people asked all these questions in the beginning, like, how did you not get alerted by all your barking dogs? I'm sure people asked that.
I don't know if Don was home, but I'm sure law enforcement does. They have that camera on the road, and you can bet they know exactly who came and went and exactly what time. So,
Clear this up for me. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but Simpson, is it Lane or Loop that is off of Ben Hill? Is
yeah,
that Simpson Lane? That's a dead end, right? You can't go around and get back onto Beach Creek, or can you?
I think you can. Can't you? Somebody pull that up. I don't know. I thought you could get through to Beach Creek that way. Someone said you did. I guess I never looked at the geography that long.
The way I see it on the maps, I just see it ending in like a dirt trail. It doesn't. I mean, I could be looking at it wrong because someone said they heard someone else say that they took that way home. I thought, well, how is that possible?
Was that Fred?
Yeah.
Just asking.
Yeah.
No, I did hear someone say, well, they could have come the other way. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'd have to. Where's Andy? Oh, you're correct. Cursed. Here's Tennessee Truth is answering that for us. You're correct, Cursed. It's blocked off with a gate. You can't get through. There, that answers that.
Okay. Well, a gate, you can always open a gate. So it does go to Beach Creek if that gate was open.
Tennessee Truth, do you want to come up on panel?
I'm gonna look up Google Maps right now.
She said it's Simpson Road that's blocked. Okay. Fred said Redmond put the gate up. Hi, Minshew. Redmond put the gate up. Okay.
So he owns that property over there?
Must
It's a lot
be.
of property.
I have a map somewhere of an overview of who owns what property. Oh, she can't come up on panel. Okay. How long from the time Summer went in until the time you noticed she was gone? Answer 2 minutes. Okay, but yeah, she supposedly changed her clothes because she came home in. I just don't understand. She went in the house. That doesn't even make sense now that you think about it, does it? Candace
What's
walked her
that?
to the house. She walked her to the house. Summer went in. Candace walked back to the trailer. 2 minutes isn't very long.
No.
And
I've heard her say 5 to 10 too. That makes more sense. 5 to 10 minutes. But it beforehand, before that story doesn't make sense either because they were just there. And if her knee brace needed redone, why didn't she already do it instead of saying, well, I gotta head back over to the house. Summer wants to go over there and then go over there.
But does Summer have time to go in and change her clothes?
Well, she could have got changed before then, which I would assume she did. I've heard Candace say she took
Well,
the
that's
coat
true.
off because she was hot. So she could have threw the coat off on the way in.
That's right. Hey, Nana.
Who knows what she has on, what she left with on, you know, she could have had a different swimsuit underneath the clothes. I don't know.
Hey, Ellie. Ellie says where Redmond has the gate is at the Bend Hill and has nothing to do with Simpson Loop. Oh, okay. That's right.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. So let me go.
The gate was supposedly up when Summer went missing. Chapstick, hello. Simpson Road is off Ben Hill and supposed to have a gate. Simpson Loop off Beach Creek goes around back to Beach Creek. I believe you could get through before there is an outlet on Beach Creek.
I'm almost to the end. I'm almost to the end.
Okay, so it's Simpson Road that's off Ben Hill.
It's almost like an off-road trail if it does. I mean, I see a road that goes through a bunch of trees and you really can't see it at a certain point. And then I can see Beach Creek and I can see tracks. So yeah, if you were off-roading it, you could take the back way. That wouldn't make any sense. So
No,
I think you're avoiding cameras, in my opinion, if you're taking this route to get on this road.
Ellie,
Unless you
did
live there.
Fred say he took Simpson back to pick up the trailer, or did I hallucinate? Oh yeah, you talked about that first.
Well, I'd like to hear him say it because there would be no reason for him to take this back trail, especially with a trailer on it. I know he didn't come home this way because he was on Ben Hill in front of Jody's on the 15th, the night of the 15th. So he didn't come home that way. He came down Ben Hill.
Okay.
And that's for sure because there's a video out on it.
Want to make sure I didn't miss. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so either because the boys would have seen her, and I don't believe the boys ever did. I really don't.
You know, I have a hard time. I think she did.
Do you?
Yeah, because, you know, for all three of them they would have to lie to law enforcement if Candace is telling this story that she made it, you know, and she went back in the house. Law enforcement is going to ask those boys if they seen Summer. And if all three of them said, even one of them said, I didn't see her, then I don't think we would be where we are right now.
Yeah, but if Candace just said, yeah, you remember boys, she went downstairs. I mean, were the boys really paying attention? Because they were playing video games.
Were they?
They wouldn't have direct line of sight to the basement there. Because they would have been around the corner.
But now you're twisting things. Not twisting things, but you're
assuming.
I believe that they got up and they helped bring in the groceries. But I don't think they all three sat back down in front of the TV after that. I think that they were outside. I think once they got up, they were up and active. Especially hearing Jody's story, it sounds to me like they were all three kind of on the back end of the house in front, on left front of Grandma's camper around 6, where she could hear them talking, and where she overheard Candace say, "What did you do? What did you do?" They'd have to be outside.
It's odd the boys didn't say anything to David Dodson about any of that, except that basement door was locked. I think he would have told us. That's all he said about that. The boys didn't seem very upset when they were, after Summer went missing, when the searchers were there and they were playing basketball and when they were golfing. I don't think they saw anything traumatic happen.
I don't know. I've seen it both ways. We all watch true crime. People react different ways.
Wouldn't the boys, but they just said the boys saw her go downstairs, right? They didn't say the boys saw her come back up.
Who's there? You talking news channels?
Lawson said that. Miles.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
He specifically said the boys seen her go downstairs. Who said they seen her walk away from her home, or she was last seen walking away? Was that Leslie?
No, they said she was reported last seen walking away from the house. They were very careful about the way they said that.
Yeah.
Because that was Candace telling him that. I have an issue with David Dodson and the detective that the boys were with her at Worries. He corrected that later. She showed him a video of the boys. She showed him a video that night, but that video was not from that night. It was from an earlier time. So boys were not with them at Warriors. I don't know, Miss Shu.
Yeah, he did come back and correct it.
Yeah, the boys weren't. Yep. I don't know. I have a problem with a couple things Lawson has said, actually. I don't know. Okay, let's continue on. Do you know why the dispatch call said you went for a walk run? Answer, I don't walk or run anywhere. I believe that. And yet she said she walked her from up to the house, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Question. Did you call 911 or just Don? Answer, I called the police and my husband did. Question. Do you know anything about the red truck? Answer, I don't know what truck that is or where it is. Question. Do you know who it belongs to? No, I don't. Question. How is your mom? And she didn't say anything there. Question. There is a lot of speculation regarding Summer's shaved head. Answer. She wanted her head shaved because I shaved mine, and her brother's because it gets too hot and we are tomboys. I'm not a girly girl.
What was
Okay.
the date of this interview?
I don't know. Theresa didn't tell me that.
Roughly?
But I would say 4 to 8 weeks. It was quite at the beginning. I know that's a big...
After the boys were taken?
No, before.
Okay.
She wanted her head shaved because I shaved mine, and her brother's because it gets too hot. They shaved Summer's head in January, February, March. So it wasn't too hot, and nobody else's head was shaved then. So, yeah, Nana. Was it... I'm trying to think if it was... I think it was after WJHL, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it was before. Don said, Princess, can you be both? Oh, absolutely.
Hey, that's a good question. So when Ainsley Daniels did her little speech, and I think she was at Warriors Park when she did it, she was saying, this is where the last video of Summer was. When was that? Was that before this interview? Because that would make a lot of sense.
He
Because
flies.
everybody speculates that why is law enforcement saying that's the last known live video of Summer swimming when maybe it just hadn't been released yet? Because did she not give Theresa the information in this interview? Didn't she get the pictures and whatnot from Theresa?
Yes. Well,
So
Candace gave Theresa the pictures for this interview. Yes. But didn't Robin had it on her phone, and that's the picture she showed law enforcement, right? At the scene.
I'm talking about video, though. People wonder why they're saying her swimming is the last video.
Because somebody asked Ashley, and she said that she was not aware of the swimming video or the milk jug video. So I think that was just the law enforcement, or Ashley hadn't heard of it yet.
Right. So it's not it doesn't necessarily mean
I mean, the law enforcement.
anything. Yeah.
Right. Right. Now, what are we... Flies, can you give us an update on RC?
Yes, please.
Yeah, but it's not too hot. And Candace's head was not shaved. Yeah, those stories all change.
Yeah. I think they might have been embarrassed. I think she probably had lice. And then, people say, well, the boys would have had it. Well, I've actually always heard that boys, not that they don't get lice, but girls get it more than boys do. I've always heard that.
I don't know. They shaved all the kids' heads at various times, but not usually all at once. I have one picture of all the boys' heads shaved. I mean, they shaved the two youngest when they went to Gatlinburg. They were shaved, but not the oldest. So it's kind of weird. They shaved all their heads at different times.
You can see pictures of it where, she had the side cut.
Yes, absolutely. I thought that was kind of cute.
You could see it getting shorter and shorter. What I'm saying is I don't think it's connected to what some people try to make it out to be.
No, me either. No.
To make her look like a boy for nefarious reasons, or Yeah, I just think it is what it is.
I
And they
want to
didn't want to be
say,
truthful about it.
I think you could be a princess and a tomboy. Yeah, I think you could want to dress up in tutus and like Frozen, and then go outside and climb trees and get in the dirt. Absolutely, I do. I don't think those are mutually exclusive. I mean, just like boys can ride dirt bikes and then come inside and play with Barbies. No. Seemed to be the focus on Candace leaving twice. Yes, we know she did. Is Flies telling us, is she home or in the hospital? She is in the hospital, but okay, she hopes to get out tomorrow. Thank goodness.
Good.
Yes, we're all talking about that. When law enforcement asked Candace about the video she took of Summer at the swimming hole, that's when she gave it to them. The milk jug video was pulled off of Candace's Facebook or YouTube page. I don't know. That picture, Robin had the picture on her phone because she showed that to law enforcement the day Summer went missing.
Where's that info coming from? When law enforcement asked Candace about it, that's when they got it. I mean, how do you know that?
Oh no, that's Terry Southern Girl saying that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either, Miss You. Yes, her son lives with her? Oh, thank goodness, yes. Okay, she never gave the milk jug video to the police. And could see when the video was taken. Yeah, they know when the video was taken. Yeah, the police have that. Did Ellie only have the longer-haired photo of Summer until the 16th?
Southern Girl, they have metadata. That's what they do. That's what those teams do. They go in when they get their devices and they look for locations and times and dates. They know all that good stuff.
Hi, River Mom. Welcome. Well, I don't know. They had the picture, the milk jug picture of Summer. I know they had that because Robin had it on her phone. Remember, there was a picture of Robin's phone showing that picture because Robin's screen was cracked. And so I think that was one of the first pictures they had of her.
I never knew that was Robin's phone.
Yeah.
Where you get that from?
I don't remember. That was 4 years ago. I don't know. Candace was refusing to come outside that night. Right? Yes.
Heard it, but is it true?
Far as I know. It's just going to say as far as
whoever said that?
I was just going to say as far as I know. I don't know. But I don't know. I did hear that. I heard she was inside playing Scrabble or something, but I don't know who said that either. RC loves each of us. She's very tired. Hi, Linda D. Mars. Because they were going to Jonesboro. I don't think they were going to Jonesboro that day because Hunter couldn't leave town without his probation officers. They were going to do that the next weekend. In the picture of Summer in the back on the milk jug, I took a screenshot of that video sent to Trisha because she had a YouTube channel. I don't know. I got them from Theresa, who got them from Candus, who got them back in the very beginning. So The picture is not a screenshot of the video. The picture is in a different place, and it's different. Yeah, the cracked screen. What? I don't think the video of her in this woman. Oh, what is that? And the one of her in the back seat of the truck. I don't know what that means. Yeah, you're right.
Can you put that back on there?
Yeah, I don't. The video and the picture. Yeah, they were taken the same day. Okay. I don't think in the back seat of the truck. I don't know what that means, but no, they were taken on the 15th. Okay. Hi, Stay Tiger. If I recall correctly, there's a Rogersville Review piece written stating that Candace Wells went inside to make a phone call and refused to come out while another officer was dealing with the dogs. Well, I can look for that. Did you see that, Curse?
Not that particular piece, no.
Okay, Allie said Candace wouldn't go out and talk to police. I know I heard that from several.
Yeah, I heard her say it.
Well, but then Allie said a lot of
say,
things because she was
right.
mad at Candace, so yeah. You know, I did hear that. Hi, Brown Eyes Blue, welcome. Yeah, I did hear that not everybody in the house would get lice necessarily at the same time. I did hear that.
Yeah. It might be easier to get it out of boys' short hair and to deal with a girl's longer hair. And maybe that's why,
Yeah, I don't know. Hi, Innocent. Hi, Rock and Robin. Ansley stated the swimming hole was the last known video summary. Yes, she did. And somebody asked her why she didn't say the milk jug video, and she said that they didn't know that there was a milk jug video. So,
stated April 13th. April 13th.
Okay. Rock and Robin
April
sending
of the next following year. That's almost a year later.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, she's sending it to you in Messenger.
Well, I can't. I'm on my phone. If
okay.
I look at it, I'll get disconnected. But I'll look at it, Robin.
Can you send it to me, Robin? I got another phone here I'm working on. Okay, continued. She liked it because she felt free. She doesn't like her hair brushed. Please help bring my baby back home. She has missed very much. Her emoji, as much as we can. Question, are you allowed to look for her yet?
Okay,
Answer.
So is she texting these answers to her? That's how this is going?
I believe so, yes.
Now, what was the previous question before she said that? Where were they at in the interview?
There's a lot of speculation regarding Summer's shaved head.
And then she answered what?
She wanted her head shaved because I shaved mine and her brother's because it gets too hot. We are tomboys. I'm not a girly girl. But she shaved it in March. It was not hot. It was Easter, so. And Candace wasn't shaved then. What?
Help me. And then she makes that comment. Help me find.
And then she said she likes it to feel free. She doesn't like her hairbrush. And then she said, please bring my baby back home. She has missed very much. Per emoji. As much as we can. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody. Are you allowed to look for her yet? Not that I know of. Question, did they check the swimming hole? Answer, I don't know. Question, what do you think happened? Answer, I believe someone snuck up to her and grabbed her out of my yard. That's what I feel.
I've heard her say that a lot. So why do you think she kind of changed tone with McDonough? Because she was pretty much on the basement. She was in the basement. You know, she didn't even say she said she looked for her down there before even going outside to make sure she didn't walk up to the swing. I thought that was very odd.
I don't know, but they could see the swing from the campers. She wouldn't have to go. The swing
Yeah,
was right.
but in timing, timing, she could not be there. And then you could walk in the house, and then she could have just been walking out of the basement door at that time. I would still, instead of freaking out, looking everywhere underneath the blankets and freaking out, I would look out the back door. She could have just walked out.
Yeah, but the back door was always locked. She knew she didn't walk out the back door. Candace, Don, the boys, everyone said that door was always locked. And somebody
You don't
said
think
that
she got out?
somebody that was around there said Don didn't go out that door to go to work either. He walked upstairs and went out the front door because that door was always locked.
But what does that have anything to do with anything?
Well, you're
What are you
just saying she would go down the basement and see if she walked out that door. I don't think she probably knew she didn't go out that door.
But she said she went out there all the time. There was a path from the basement door to the swing.
I don't think there was there? I looked and I
Yeah.
didn't do one. There was?
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's all the way around the house.
It goes from the back door to up the side of the house, up to the tree.
I don't
She's old enough
know.
and old enough to unlock the door. That's my point. I just don't see a reason why she would jump to panicking and looking for her downstairs before checking outside real quick. Even though she was outside already, she still could have just walked out the back door. The story doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, unless you knew she wasn't ever in the basement. Wait a minute. Did Hunter ever have those twins? No. She wasn't pregnant. She is pregnant now. She did show a sonogram and they did have a gender reveal. Those pictures are on her Facebook. Okay, Rock and Robin. Let me finish these couple pages here because I'm afraid I'll lose this again and it'll take forever. Yeah, I remember Bianca Murray. I remember. I think I messaged with her, covered the case, posted to Twitter that the sheriff had told her the Wells boys told him the last time they seen Summer was leaving out the back door. But the boys weren't downstairs with Summer.
I think they were outside.
Okay.
Is that possible? That's how they seen her?
Then they would have seen her.
If she made it home.
But then they'd know where she went, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Maybe. Depends on what they were doing. Where they were at.
Yeah, Mishu, yeah. Reportedly last seen walking away. So we don't know if that's true. Okay, I'm going to get through this. Did you have any pics of Summer from that day with the pink shirt so we can post for people to see her outfit that day? Answer, this is, but she didn't have the jacket on when she went missing. This is when she sent Theresa the photo and the video. Question, so you went to the grocery store after you dropped off Hunter? Answer, no, he was at the store with us. Question, was H in the car during the picture? Answer, no. Sent you a video that my mom accidentally did. You can see nobody in the seat but her. So your mom went to the swimming hole too? Yes. Most thought it was only you, Hunter, and Summer. Nope. So you and Hunter were close? He called me Aunt Candace and my mom Grandma. What time was the video taken? Hold on, I'll look. June 15th, 3:09 p.m. What time did you go swimming? 12:21 p.m. Candace has asked that everyone pray for her daughter and thanks everyone for helping search for Summer. She has asked that everyone please stop bashing her and her family and focus on finding Summer. This breaks. No, we are not new to the case. Actually, we pretty much all of us have been here since the start. Okay, so messages. What are you laughing?
The comment.
I know.
Different people, different news reporters have said different things. And that's, how do you determine what was actually said when there's been so many stories put out there? At this point, it's hearsay to me.
Okay, I'm gonna see if there's. Robin sent me the video. I'm gonna read the transcript here. Okay, as of this week. Yeah, okay. Yes, I think so too. It was grown out. Well, it had been March, it had been April, May. It had been 2 months, a little over 2 months, so yeah. Okay,
March
this is
19th, I think,
let's
was the
see.
date.
What?
Was it March 19th or May 19th?
No,
March 19th?
when they shaved her head?
Yeah.
March 28th.
I got the 19 in my head on that one. Okay.
Okay, wait. Lisa, first time I heard about CB saying that about the girl being angry with me, I thought she was also in Ben Hill that day. Are you talking about True? No, that didn't happen that day. That happened quite a bit before. She wanted to stay over there with her girlfriend, but Don wouldn't let her because the girl was 12. He wouldn't let her in the house, so they ended up sleeping in the truck. It was weird.
Why do you
Aunt
think that
Candace.
is? Why do you think?
I don't
that's
know.
True?
I don't know. So you didn't think True should be with a underage girl? True was underage too. I don't know.
Just kids.
Well, she had put on her page that she was bisexual and stuff, so.
Right.
And drugs. So I don't know. I don't know. And was Don on Facebook that much? I don't think so. So I don't know what was going on there.
Who told that story? Was it the girl or did Don tell that story that they had to sleep outside?
I don't think it was Don. Candace just told it right there. I don't know. There's a lot of questions in here. Hey, Murgatroyd, good to see you.
It is bizarre.
Cameron hadn't been there in a while, but Cameron's married, and I think Cameron was just another teenage kid. Candace acted like she was 15, right? One of the boys, just very juvenile, and I think that those kids were on her level, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what Robin sent me. We can read the transcript. It's only 3 minutes long.
What's the date
Okay.
on it? So this is the Ainsley one, right? Ainsley one?
Yes, Ansley Daniels. Okay. This week marks 10 months since family members said Summer Wells disappeared from their home in Hawkins County. News Channel 11 continues to work to find answers. Tonight, Ansley Daniels in the Beach Creek community with a timeline of June 15th, 2021, leading up to that night. We've walked you through what has happened since Summer Wells disappeared the night of June 15th. But for the first time, we walk you through that day with her mother and a grandmother from their perspective, just hours before she was reported missing. Okay,
That is pretty wild.
What?
That this is in April of 22, and she's not even speaking of the milk jug video. Or maybe she just couldn't confirm that she was okay in it. So that's why she said that.
I think so. The hospital is 25 minutes from the Wells Beach Creek home in Kingsport. Oh, the transcript isn't making sense. Okay, I'm going to play it and see if you guys can hear this.
Summer Wells disappeared the night of June 15th, but for the first time, we walk you through that day with her mother and grandmother from their perspective just hours before she was reported missing.
Candace and I got up that morning. She came out and took me into the ER because my leg was messing up on me.
The hospital is about 25 minutes from the Wells Beach Creek home in Kingsport.
She took me into the hospital, and I ended up getting a shot for it to get rid of the pain. And they prescribed me medication.
Summer, her mother, and grandmother spent the day in the closest city to their house.
Then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was. We were waiting on my mother's prescription from the drugstore at Walgreens on Fort Henry.
The three, along with a friend that Candace describes as a minor, then came swimming here at Warriors Path State Park. It's where the last known video of Summer was taken and then posted to TikTok.
We had to wait for Mom's prescription at Walgreens, so we just went up to Warriors. There was all kinds of trash everywhere at Warriors when we showed up. And I let Summer out to play, and we just stood there for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we all got back in the truck and went and got Mom's prescription, and I took him home, and then we came home.
And so then Summer came back here with you later that afternoon, right?
Yes.
The trip from Warriors Path back to Ben Hill Road is just over 17 miles. But Bly couldn't recall how many hours that was before she reported her daughter missing.
About how many hours was that before she was reported missing?
You know, I really can't tell you all the time details because time gets away from you when you're trying to enjoy yourself.
The three then returned here to their home on Ben Hill Road. A neighbor says that she first heard Candace calling for Summer around 6 o'clock that night. Police say that she was reported missing around half an hour later, around 6:30. In the Beach Creek community, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Now this recap.
Okay, so let me go back up now. Thank you, Robin, for sending that. And then I got to go back up here and see what we're doing. What do you think of the text of True texting her version about Summer showering with Don? Versus Jose and Jody's versions. Okay, Jody, what I know is Jody's version. Kirst, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Jody said that she never got out of the truck, that she did not see Don. She saw Summer in the doorway naked, screaming for a towel, and she saw Candace in the doorway. So, I don't know what you want to make.
She's seen a silhouette. Or am I
Yeah.
wrong?
Yeah, she said, yeah. she saw someone and she said, Don, was that you? Hopefully it was Don. I don't know. I guess it could have been Josie.
You know, I bet if you're parked just right in front of that front door, you probably could see that bathroom. Unless that wall that separates the bedroom and the kitchen comes out a little further than I'm thinking.
I don't
But
think you could
it is
see.
catty cornered.
I don't think you could see into it though. And she,
No, not into it, but like if you step out, then you're
yeah,
by the laundry.
but she didn't see them showering. She said she saw Summer and Candace. She didn't say she saw Don. Jose? No, I don't believe Jose ever saw that. Sorry. I don't think Don would have been showering naked with Summer in front of a strange man.
No, I don't
I
think
just,
Don would put up with another man talking to him like that either.
I just don't believe that at all. And that's PG elaborated on that. I don't think I saw True's texts about that, but True wasn't there, so I don't know. Okay, 10 months. Yep. You think Candace was grooming young boys? I really don't think that, Robin. I mean, even Jody Seuss doesn't think anything happened. And Andrew said that he didn't either, but that because it was talked about so much, he thought it should be investigated. So he did report it, and the reports came back unfounded. So law enforcement doesn't believe that either, I guess. The Wells get their boys back? No, she meant she won't let them out. This was shortly after Summer went missing. This was before they took the boys. Welcome, Felicity.
Yeah. When I see Candace in pictures and videos with those boys, I see her as one of the boys. I've never seen it in a sexual manner. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't either. Just juvenile. It was just a juvenile joking around relationship. I mean, Hunter was with the girlfriend he's with now then.
Her old
Allie.
TikTok said a lot for me. Her old TikTok, the one that's not there anymore. She had a lot of videos of her and Hunter and how she acted around him. It's a totally different Candace.
I think mentally they're about the same age. Hello, hair curlers in crime. Welcome. Did I read separated? Yeah, they are separated. Yep. Yes, exactly. I noticed that, Robin, when we read the last known video of Summer. So that was the last video they knew about. And I think that clarified that when somebody had messaged them and asked them about that. It wasn't porn, I don't think. I don't know. And who is there? Who would have been watching that? I don't know. Would that have been one of the boys? Because Don wasn't there. Yeah, Girls Gone Wild is not porno. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, I'm not even. Oh, you're fine. No, we're talking about the interview that she did with Theresa, hair curlers. It was done right at the beginning. And the boys were still there then. And her mom was still there then too. Yeah. Okay, so any more questions about that?
That video, the girl didn't even pull her shirt up, did she? It just showed like a girl with a very tight upper, like, it was very tight on her breasts. And it appeared to be like she was about to lift it, but she didn't. So it gave the people
Right.
the impression of
Right.
Girls Gone Wild. And my TV's on all day, every day. We don't turn our TVs off, so the
Oh yeah, no.
people say Don must have been there. I don't believe that.
No, I don't know who would have been watching it, but yeah. Yeah, an infomercial. Exactly, it did. Okay, so now do we want to talk about what your thought was there about the lie and go through the day?
You can do whatever you want. Just here for the party.
Okay, curse, there's a lot of conflicting stories, to say the least, in this day. And Curse said we should go through and see where the truth stops and the line starts. In other words, where the different stories start. Because that's where everybody seems to be trying to hide whatever happened, right?
Yeah.
So, what did I miss? Hello, screen name? Oh, hi, screen name. I didn't even notice. So, am I sounding tinny? Is that me?
Not to me, no. Do
Okay.
I? That's why I
just
need it
hear-
when I'm not talking, so I'm not.
I hear a little crackling. Okay,
I think the inconsistencies are definitely, well, by noon with this whole, Don phone call and what he supposedly said. Hunter said he just either he overheard it or that's what Candace told him. Her and Don were talking about, about someone being at the house and touching the kids. But then he kind of changes that as well when he's telling the story, because when he said, "What's that guy's name?" he was talking to Allie, and I don't think she seemed interested. Or no, she said Billy, right? Billy. And then Chris repeats it. He was touching the little kids, and then Hunter goes, "No, no, his mom wouldn't allow that."
Well, and he
So
said it was a guy that had been on the property for a week. So, what guy had been there for a week? We've never heard of any guy being there for a week. And if he was there for a week, he just started touching the little kids that day. What little kids were there besides the boys?
Well, I sure don't think the phone call would go down like that anyway. If
No.
it was Dawn at home, he would not call Candace to say, "Hey, some dude's here touching the kids." What? I think he would take care of business or do something about it. Or if one of the boys called and said, "Mom, someone's here touching us," I think that would be a big deal. I think that got misinterpreted somehow.
Yeah, and why would they call Don?
Changed.
Why wouldn't they just call Candace? She was the one that was there, right? They wouldn't call Don and have him call Candace.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No. And like I said, he changed it after his mom came out with who the Billy guy was, and then Chris repeated what was said about touching kids. Then Hunter turned it around and said, "No, he would never do that. His mom would never allow that."
Do we know what? Yeah, I remember that. Do we know when he said that that phone call occurred?
At Walgreens. I don't know what I believe when they were picking it up.
Okay, so that was after swimming. Wait. Did the boys have phones? The youngest boy had a phone. He was the caretaker, the responsible one.
The
Wasn't
youngest
that?
one of the three?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't that Don calling Candace and Hunter listening? Yes, allegedly. Yes. Oh yeah, there was a lot of lies. A lot of them. Exactly. I don't know. 1:30, I think he said he thought Don was at work, checked in every couple of hours. Yeah, I remember him saying that he called every couple hours while he was at work. Oh, Chapstick, is it the middle boy? I thought it was the youngest. The middle boy actually makes more sense.
Does me.
Why was Hunter so nosy?
See, I took your word for it, and I
What?
don't do that. I took your word that it was the youngest boy.
I thought it was. I don't remember where I heard that, but I thought that it was. That he was the one that watched out for Summer. Oh, teen boys are really nosy. Well, but that I don't know if that it's done text. I don't think he ever saw that either. I'm sorry. When I delete a text, it does not go into my gallery.
Then how does he know about it? Because it exists.
How do
From
we
what
know it? How do we know
Jody
it did
Sue
exist?
says, it exists. She said that it was like a type deal where I believe it was Andy's phone. He was texting someone else and it accidentally went to Candace. And she's seen it and thought, yeah, I'm going to take note of this because I see how it looks. So I think she took screenshots of it off his phone to keep it for records. So she's talked about it.
Did she show the screenshots?
She did not. Not that I've seen.
I don't know, but if you delete a text, it doesn't go into gallery. I know that for a fact.
No. I mean, none of it makes sense, really. I don't.
And
Why would she even walk up on the porch and lay her phone down of all things to do and then, walk away from it at that time? That just seems weird to me.
I don't know, and it seems pretty ballsy for him to pick it up, and then he said she saw it. What did he say? There was like 13
Mm-hmm.
deleted texts. He didn't have time to
To pick
scroll
it up. Yep.
through and see those. And how did he see how many? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I don't believe that.
So somebody's
Exactly,
lying.
Robin.
Isn't that wild? I heard Fred say the other day, he turned it into Andy was talking about it's done, talking about a backhoe. Where would you even come up with something like that? No one's
But
talking about a backhoe. He said, I didn't even know I didn't even know Andy could operate a backhoe. Just
I don't know.
man.
Backhoe. That's like Fred looking stalking around on a 4-wheeler. Well, that's pretty heavily wooded property around there. I don't think that he's driving through the woods on a 4-wheeler. I do believe Fred was stalking around up there. In my opinion, I do believe Fred was peeking in people's windows. He admitted to peeking in the wells.
No, he's got the golf cart.
Right, but he wouldn't be driving through the woods with that stalking. I think he was doing it on foot.
It'd be quieter if you oiled the brakes.
Yeah, that's true.
You really 4-wheeler's not quiet at all. I think he was on foot when he was
I do
he
too.
was stalking.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's done had anything to do with Summer, Mishu, actually. Yeah, if Fred admitted to seeing the children in the basement, okay, I could go back and look at my notes and prove that he was lying because what he said was not possible in the time frame that he said it was. Yeah, that never happened. I can guarantee that. Rob. Another backhoe.
Mm.
Why did Hunter have a big breakdown? We don't know that he did.
You think his grandma lied about it?
I don't know. He was well enough to go to the ballpark after that.
Well, we don't know what he did there, you know. I mean, when did he find out about what was really happening? 7-ish? Is that when Candace called him?
Well, let's see. What time did she call him? I don't remember. Fred creeped while at rehab.
It seems like Allie said she talked to her late that night, like 11. Oh, he
Hey,
said
Peace in a
he
Pod.
told him the cops were there, right? Or was
Okay,
it the
so
next day?
they got there at 7:09. I don't know.
She said she was sitting in a cop car to Hunter. That's what he said.
I thought she didn't come out of the house that night.
No, I don't believe anybody could confirm that but Dawn.
Didn't Allie say 7:30? I don't know. All I know is Allie's phone was dead, right? So he called.
Well, and then Allie said she seen it on Facebook, so how quick did it go up on Facebook that Summer was missing?
I don't know. 7:29 is when Leslie and Allie said she first called.
That sounds right.
Mishu, we know they took H's phone for weeks, the Wells phones and Fred's phone. So I don't think they took Fred's phone. Did they? I thought he said they didn't.
No, that's what I'm working on right now. You said they dipped it the night of the 15th.
Yeah, they gave the Wells phones right back. H's they kept, but that was for his gang activity, I believe. Yeah, I actually, I agree totally with you, Robin. If he had a breakdown, yeah, his PO would have done something about it or something.
I disagree with that one.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he did have a breakdown?
Not that I think he did have one, but in the sense of if he did, I don't think. Just keep going on that one. Never mind.
Well, I have a question about if he really had more than one or two twisted teas because this PO would have known if he was drunk, right? Don't you usually have a pee test when you go to the parole officer? Plus, Allie said he was stone cold sober when he came home. And I do have a receipt on that. Chapstick said Marlena posted it. Now, how did Marlena find out? Where did that come from?
Probably Candace.
I haven't heard Marlena come into conversation on the 15th at all.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. I've heard that Marlena's the one that posted the picture. Or video, one or the other.
I think that I think that came from something Lip said, and that was twisted and turned into a rumor. People said Marlena took the video. That Lip said Marlena took that video, but Lips never said that.
Okay.
She
Could be.
said that's been told so many times I'm starting to believe I said that. That's what she said to me. So you know how that goes.
Oh yeah. So we're
Maybe.
at where did the lie start and where does the truth begin? And I started with the whole phone call. What else do you think was where did the lie start on the 15th? Where did the story start to break down and not make sense?
Well,
I can think of another one really is her
maybe
being in a tracksuit, in a hot car.
what about her slipping on the rocks and falling in the underwater at the swimming hole? Was that just to try to put doubt? What about Hunter saying dry drowning? Where would he even hear about that? Most people on YouTube hadn't even heard of that.
Well,
Were they
I'm sure
trying
his
to
grandma and Emily probably talked about it.
set something up there? Candace said she didn't fall under. There weren't any rocks there. And Hunter posted about that, but then he said he lied to Chris McDonough about that. But then he deleted that post off of Facebook.
So was it just a random comment to get a reaction? No
I
one
don't,
actually said it that she fell on a rock?
I don't know. I thought he
'Cause
said
Hunter,
his dad told him to say that. I
I
don't
don't think
know.
Hunter said it in his interview, but Chris said it to Candace, right? That Hunter brought it up, or did he just say, "What about that? What about this falling on a rock?" Didn't mention any names. How'd that go?
I think he said Hunter said it. And Candace said, no, there's no rocks here. Yeah, I think he said Hunter said it. Hunter did say it at some point. I remember him saying she went under, but just for a minute, remember?
Yeah, but that doesn't go with hitting her head on a rock. That's totally different.
No, he said she slipped on a rock or something and went under.
I'll have to listen to it again.
Well, allegedly, the PO appointment was first. And Hunter also said his PO was coming to the house. I saw him say that once. I don't know. That was a bunch. There was lies there too. And Hunter.
Maybe that's why he was freaking out, because he had been, drinking
Oh, that could
and
be. That could be.
maybe vaping, and he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta see my PO."
That's a good question. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. Wait. Where did I see? Yeah, 6:30, 3:30. Yes.
What's that?
3:30. The 3 hours now that were unaccounted for. Now Hunter said that he was never told there was anything that he couldn't talk about. Allie said that there was times she couldn't talk about, right? Why would that be? Allie wasn't there. She didn't know anything. She was never there when Hunter wasn't there. What
For
would
some
Allie
reason,
not be able to talk about?
I got the impression she couldn't talk about like the morning hours. I don't know why.
Yeah, but
But
Hunter was there and he couldn't, and he could talk about it, but Allie couldn't. That didn't make any sense to me. Where did you go?
Right here. You know what? I don't think that when I was listening to Hunter talk to his dad, and I thought I heard him say something in a certain way, talking about drinking with Candace.
Yeah.
It sounded to me like he said, basically, he didn't tell. He didn't tell Hunter. He didn't tell law enforcement that he was drinking with her. Is that possible? That he never even said anything to him and they didn't know?
I don't know. Allie denied that happened too at first.
She didn't get charges for it.
Not only she denied that Candace bought anything for Hunter, she also said he was stone cold sober when he came home. I don't know. Do we know she actually did buy Twisted Tea? Other than what?
She said she bought 3. 3 was on the console.
Okay.
And her mom will tell you that. She bought them for her. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then Hunter said, well, did he admit to drinking them? Yeah, he admitted to drinking them. And then Candace's story was he got out of the truck and ran straight for the woods. And she don't know. She don't know how many he took.
I wonder why Allie denied that Candace ever bought them then. Okay, so Screen Name says the smoke shop they stopped at is where the story started to fall apart.
Okay, in what way?
I don't know. Allie said that Hunter had to be at the doctor at 2:30. Hunter wasn't home at 2:30 yet, so
I've heard the doctor too. I've heard the PO and the doctor.
I did too. But not at 2:30 because he wasn't home at 2:30. Hunter said he went to the doctor's for the football team. He was on a football team?
I don't think so.
But this was in the summer in June. They wouldn't be playing football.
Well, his mom was at a game watching somebody play.
Yeah, but it was softball or baseball. Not football. They don't play football in June. It was on Hunter's Facebook, then deleted. Thank you. Okay, what? Okay, I'm going to go back now. You said the smoke shop's been closed down now. Grandis hookup guy. Grandis did not hook up with a guy. I know. How many men have they said she was with there? Mark Chris? I think it was all a lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still wonder where the hell Don was for that extra missing hour. Yeah, I don't think we can count on anything after the store except for the gas station and Fred's, right? So we got 2:16 is the store. Hunter home around 3 or slightly before. 4:30 she went to Fred's. 5 to 5:30 at the gas station. 5:30 she called Don.
I'm thinking that 4:30 is different now. By my recent research, I think it may have been 5:30. Closer to 5:30.
That she went to Fred's?
Uh-huh.
Nana, are you still here? Nana said it was 4:32.
For sure. Faux show.
Yep, she said she drove over at 4:30. Nana, are you still in here?
Well,
Nana.
I've got a
Nana said that quite a while ago in a chat.
right. That's what Candace said.
She
But
said
let's
4:30.
say a neighbor from Ben Hill who is not in this group of people says that Chad left closer to the time cops came in. But that wouldn't be 4:30, would it?
That would be 7, but she went over at Fred's at 7.
It would be before 7. Closer to the time the cops were there.
Yeah, but Fred was home then, right? And Chad was no, because when Candace went over, she asked if Fred was home and Chad said no. So Fred would have been home then. So that wouldn't line up.
What are you talking about? Fred would have been home when?
At 7.
No, Fred didn't get home till around 9. Jody took a video of the helicopter. She's got Fred on the video. Since there is not a time on the video, but what you can go by is the time the helicopter was there, flying above 110, and it was sunset. And sunset on June 15th, 21 was at 8:52. So it's at least around that time Fred got home. And was sitting there waiting for people to move their vehicles to be let in.
Now you got me confused. Fred didn't get home until 9?
Correct. A little before.
Where was he?
Well, that's in his timeline I'm making. Talk about where was he? He's told everybody where he was.
Stop it, please. You're killing me. Did you view the video of Jody Sue at the Rogersville Taco Bell on the night of the 15th? No, I don't watch Jody Sue. Is that a Jody Sue?
Her self video that she made of herself, I've seen it.
So she was there with Andy? Because Andy picked her up, right? At 5:30 or whatever?
Well, I don't know if you want to call it picked her up. I mean, he was on his way home and didn't know what was happening until he got, on Beach Creek and talked to whoever he talked to and found out. I don't know if he knew it was Summer or another little girl, but they told him what was going on. And
No,
so by
Jody
his,
Sue she was at the bottom of the driveway waiting for Andy to pick her up, right? Messing with her flowers.
Yeah,
And then he picked what?
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
That was the original plan for him to come home and pick her up. Yes.
Okay.
She was going to mess with her flowers, but before she got a chance to, coming down the hill is when she heard the commotion across the road. She heard Candace yelling for Summer.
Okay.
And heard, what was said. And so, everything came rushing back to her. She thought about the scream earlier she heard in the car going up the driveway and the flash. And in her words, she goes, uh-oh. And then thought about another time when I think maybe one of the boys were missing for a minute. So she went and started looking for Summer. So she's where she's at, doing her thing, looking for Summer. Her and Candace run into each other and have their chat back and forth, and Candace leaves the holler, and I don't know the timing exactly, but then Andy's rolling in at the same time Don's rolling in.
Right.
After 7.
Right.
So, he finds out before he sees Jody that she's missing. So then I'm assuming he comes to Ben Hill, and then him and her, Jody and Andy talk, and Jody tells Andy, hey, Summer's missing. And he said, yeah, I know. And I've heard him say, now I don't know if she got in the car with him. I don't think that she got in the car with him and then just left. They could have, but I don't think that's how it went. I think they continued searching for Summer. And then at some point in time, they left to go get food for everybody
Okay.
and came back. And when they were at the Taco Bell is when they got a message that they needed to get back because the police wanted to talk to them. They wanted to question them.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
It's mixed in a bunch of videos.
I-
That whole story is.
I don't watch Jody Sue, so there's plenty of reasons to arrest the Wells. Well, there weren't any drugs there at the time, so
Well, go for it. Why should they arrest them?
yeah. What kind of pressure? What kind of pressure can they that hasn't already been put on them?
What do they have that something happened? As crazy as that is, we're talking about the law. What do they have on them? You can't arrest someone on their emotions or because they're not acting right. You got to prove a crime happened. How do you prove that?
Alva Hunter's dad said he does not believe that she did and that he had it checked out, and the cops said that it didn't happen. So he never said that he believed she did, that I know. Okay, Fred said that Chad said that Candace was at his house around 3:30 looking for Summer.
Fred said that Chad said that Candace is. I've heard a couple times from Fred about that. I've heard just recently 5:30. That's why I did say that. I've heard 4:30. Couldn't have been 3:30 because I've heard Fred say that he left his house at 3:30 and he wasn't home when Chad was there.
Right, that's what I heard.
I've heard Julie, his sister, made the statement that he was not in the holler hauling cars at 3:00. That's the one thing Fred has not stuck to, is the original time he left out and then came back and got the trailer. He hasn't stuck to the time. He's given like 3 or 4 different times. Along with Laura, she has said they originally left between noon and 2:30.
I wish Nana was in here because she said she confirmed the 4:30 timeline.
Well, how can you confirm that though? It's hearsay at this point.
Well, one reason she could have.
Just because Candace told her that.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
yeah, exactly, Michu. I think Chad, I'd love to hear from Chad. Where is Chad? Has anybody seen Chad?
Fred has seen Chad. That's what he said. He said he talked to him.
We think. Yeah.
I
Was
believe
he,
it.
was he with Rose Black? No, I'm just kidding. There you go, Eve. That sums it up. We all have our opinions and theories in this case because we really don't know what happened. Too many lies and misinformation and players in this case.
For sure.
I'm not sure. We didn't forget that. We've talked about that. But was it in St. Clair?
Oh, you know what? There's a time on that, right?
Between 5 and 5:30.
Yes. Yes. I'll tell you about that later. Yes.
I don't know. The guy in the blue truck. Do we know there was really a guy in the blue truck?
Chad drove the blue truck. He was on Ben Hill that day.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a
But she said Fred.
lookout for a blue
Fred.
truck.
But Fred wasn't there when Chad was. So what blue truck did he see?
I don't know. I don't know why they're making a big deal about this truck. He didn't know about it in the beginning. He didn't know what color it was, what make or model. And then that's actually another thing I've been tracking down is when did Fred actually start saying he knew what it looked like? You know, how do you go from I don't know nothing about it. I just remember there being a truck to fully being aware that there's two people, you know, the whole schmeal.
Yeah. Yeah. When did he allegedly see this blue truck? If he was gone from 3:30 to 9.
Well, see, that's another thing, you know, with him saying that he seen Andy that day. He was also in the beginning saying timestamp, 3:47. He was always saying that law enforcement showed him a picture of Andy on the road, which I do believe that did happen because Andy and Jody have spoke about seeing the pictures of the Thompson's camera, but it was the wrong date. So he wasn't saying in the beginning that Andy actually passed him. That came later, kind of along with the description of the truck. You know, his story has changed.
But they're saying the guy in the blue truck was meeting Andy. When did they think that was happening? That doesn't make any sense either.
Now, Ziggy came up with that, and Fred came up with that. They came up with that together. They were
Yeah.
on the phone when he was in jail, and he was they were talking about it, and she said, "Do you think it's possible that an exchange happened?" And he goes, "Yep, might have been, might have been." You know, they put things in each other's head, and then they build on it. That's how I see it.
The St. Clair store, but was it? How do we know that was the store was in St. Clair? Do you know that, Kirst?
I don't know if I can say that. I don't know. Not sure.
I mean, that came from Don B, and he didn't go to the right gas station. So how do we know? Yeah, Fred said a lot of stuff. Don B did go to the store, and Don B didn't go to the right store, Terry. That was not the store that Candace went to that day. No, I've never heard Chad speak out. People have tried to get a hold of him. People have spoken to his mother, trying to get to Chad. But Chad doesn't. Well, I think someone did do a spreadsheet. Mishu, didn't you do a spreadsheet? Carrie did a spreadsheet. Kirst, do you have a spreadsheet?
I'm working on the video, not a spreadsheet.
I'm pretty sure I thought Mishu had one. Chad will never talk. I know. And why not? Hopefully.
He just recently added to it, so might want to watch some videos and get updated.
Peace, you're thinking the same as I'm thinking. I don't know if we're thinking the same person's threatening him, but it's exactly what I think. Fred brought the blue truck up, not anyone else. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then the last I heard Fred say, because I don't watch Ziggy that often, so he might have said something different since then, but he said that they didn't even go to the scrapyard that day. That was a different day. I can't keep up.
Okay. What did you say he said?
He said that wasn't that day. He said that
Oh,
that wasn't even that day that they loaded the cars.
right. Yeah. I don't know. I just have a hard time with. I mean, I don't believe Andy blindly. I smartened up real quick after watching all this mess. You know, in the beginning, I did think that Andy had something to do with it because I had watched the Michelle Walks video, and it was a picture of maps with Andy's little silver car on it, and I thought, I'll be damned, the neighbor's in on it? Man, that sucks. And then, you know, I started watching more and more and thought, I can't believe a word on here. I've got to do my own research. So, you know, throughout the years, I've heard of all these phone calls made to Andy's work, him himself calling Pruitt and what Pruitt said to him, you know, about no worries and don't believe Fred. And then the recent call clearly saying Andy may have been on the road prior. How does another person not hear all this? How do you agree with Fred Hill that, I mean, you know, and he still talks to this day as if the 14th didn't even exist. You know, like he states that Andy drove past drove past this place and must have turned around in this one spot where the school bus turned around, knowing that Andy's uncle lives right next door. So why even say that? No, he didn't. He went to his uncle's house. He turned around in his driveway, you know. And then here recently now, Fred slept all day on the 14th, which is really convenient. Of course you did. Of course you slept on the 14th. Because if you slept on the 14th, then you couldn't have seen Andy, couldn't you have? That's my opinion why he's saying that. But there's clips out there where he says things happen on the 14th, so it goes both ways.
Hey, Danny.
He's lying either way.
Welcome. Who said that they have not heard? Oh yeah, Eve. They know about Chad though, because I called that in. Amazingly, was that a month or two ago? Yeah, they had not even heard of Chad's name mentioned at that point. I reported.
He's on camera, so you know they talk to everybody on camera.
Well, she checked their database, and Chad's name was not in there. Was Chad driving someone else's truck?
Can you elaborate on that?
What?
Can you elaborate on that? She told you?
Yes, I called TBI. I said something about Chad Arnold because someone told me that they had no idea who Chad was. So I said, well, I'll call in and tell them about Chad. She checked and she said no, they had no record of Chad Arnold in their database. She checked and said no, Chad Arnold's name was not there. They had not heard of him.
Okay. So did you fill him in on what
I
you
did.
know?
I did.
Wow.
I also told him about a little lady in Ohio who claimed to know some things. But, you know, they haven't gotten back to me yet.
Isn't that interesting? Have you heard me chomp this whole time? I forget.
No, I'm just hearing you unwrap something, though. Fred said he's seen
I
Dabs
forgot that
on
we
the
were on
14th.
the panel. I swear I did. I thought we were just talking. I'm so
Fred
rude. I'm sorry.
said he's seen Dabs on the 14th. Was he sleep driving? I don't. He did claim to see different people down there, didn't he? Didn't he say the kids?
Yes, he did.
The kids were down there too. How does Fred see absolutely everything that goes on? That's what I want to know. Fred's a little spy. He gets around, doesn't he? I know he has a spreadsheet of who's in whose chat and who's mods. Fred could use a job.
Oh, I agree. For his own sanity, really.
Well, he's on the computer all day. These people that are on the internet all day, why can't they do an internet job? Or like, you know,
he needs to keep his hands busy too. I bet you he'd love to do crafts with Ziggy. You know, he seems like he's into that. What she's doing, he always gives her ideas and stuff. I think he should just dive in and try it.
why doesn't he cook? He's good at recipes and cooking, right?
I think he cooks every once in a while. It's not my relationship.
Fred said he had a lot of trouble getting the car on the trailer that day, and he didn't take the car off. Yeah, do you really think he would take care to get a motorcycle? I thought Fred was totally disabled because he had a bad back. How is he doing all this physical labor? No, I'm pretty sure it was Chad.
You're pretty sure it was Chad.
Everybody says it was Chad. No, Chad is short for Chadwick.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say there is another name. Yeah.
Yep. But Fred said he, huh?
Did you say Chadwick?
Yeah. No, I said Chad. Fred said he told the Popo about Candace talking to Chad.
Is that in a jail call?
That's what Fly said. Okay, here's something I want to know. Who were the 15 to 20 kids that Fred had staying over at his house for a week or two at a time that he had to call their parents to come and get them?
Yeah, I like an answer on that too.
15 kids living at Fred's house for up to 2 weeks at a time. Who are these kids? Where did they sleep?
I just heard that today. Did he say something like, I was the father of all of them?
Well, he said that several times.
Maybe
they wouldn't leave. He had to call their parents to finally come get them because he couldn't get them out of there.
Unless maybe were they living in Virginia when they had their kids? So it wouldn't have been their kids' friends, right?
Right.
Yes. I will be right back.
Who the hell are they talking about? Everyone give Fred a wave. Oh, Flies, I know it's been sarcastic. Yeah, they do owe the court, don't they? Yes, exactly. He did. He said he had to call their parents to come get them. Oh my God. Read a Fred Set book. Well, it's going to be another YouTuber, one with more subs than Ziggy, I bet ya. So he can get more attention. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to constantly be doing updated versions. Like every hour. Almost 4 years and no timeline from Fred or Laura. Yeah, I don't know. Laura's story's changed too. I wish Carrie was back here because she's got a lot of information on their stories constantly changing. Oh. Yeah, I followed it on Facebook.
The story's changing. Talk the last part of that.
What?
Whose story is constantly changing?
Fred and Laura.
Oh.
They said write a book about Fred said, and then someone said you'd have to constantly update it because every day it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think Cotton has anything to do with Summerwell's story. I think the Cotton and Fred story is a totally separate, nefarious story. In my opinion. Allegedly. Oh, screen name. That is hilarious. He could take over the Empress Viggy channel.
Oh, I know. She would be so mad.
You know, she would be because he's her content. So if he went rogue, everybody'd be over there, right?
Oh yeah, people would listen to him. They would. He could chat all day long, and he'd have people over there talking and super chatting. And... Oh yeah. He should.
I am dying. He should.
He really should. Yeah.
He could call it Fred. There's already a Fred Said channel, but he could call it Fred Said OG. She'd break. Oh, that's hilarious. Pink Lotus, I think you have me blocked, but hello. I don't know. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. You can't use Fred Said now. Yeah, let's quick copyright all those names.
I'm gonna mute now, and you can kick me off.
Tales from Fred. What?
Wait.
I can kick you off?
Yeah, I said I'm gonna mute out, and then you can kick me off.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Great conversation as always. Thank you, everybody, for being respectful as always. And we'll see you next time. What day is this? Saturday? Yeah, have a great night and the rest of your weekend. And we'll talk to you later. Appreciate everyone being here, and especially my mods. Oh, story time with Fred. Story time with Fred. That is perfect. Okay. Good night, everybody.